But hey, they'll always come back strong, and we've seen a few of the big rugby league names retire from this year. That's been a massive leaving in the great game. But of the lows, I would guess, on the rugby league sense of things, hits the media a lot, mate, with some of the things these idiot players get up to. A lot of coverage, more so in Australia, but always gets the coverage here in Aotearoa. So just one of those things on the low side of it. But yeah, I think it's just been the pleasure of having JT on board, bro.
Definitely. I got to agree, actually, because I tell you what, this year's been very different from previous years when I dare say, and this is because of you, JT, I dare say that our talks have mostly been rugby dominated, haven't they? And this year, I think it's pretty much turned around. We've been pretty much league dominated, especially during the NRL season. So I think that's a huge tribute to you there, JT.
Okay, Keithy, can I just say JT deserves the unofficial Fool of the Year award. I think we should bring that title back, for the four hosts. We nominate who's the Fool of the Year, the deserved winner. And I think JT better take that award out for the first time, I think, Fool of the Year.
I think we're going to make that official. What do you reckon, JT?
Just blindsided again, boys. Obviously, you've got together behind closed doors. You're going to pick on the foamy Aussie kangaroo Skippy over here and say, nah, let's stop him. It's going to be a Fool of the Year.
It's regarded as an honour, JT. It's regarded as an honour.
Nobody's wanted you, JT, so it's an honour to be a recipient of it.
Well, it's an honour of great dignity and humility. Thank you.
Now, I'm just trying to think of what my low light... Oh, yes. That debacle of a boxing match. That debacle of a boxing match had to have been the low light of the year. Sonny Bill Williams, and I tell you what, Sonny Bill Williams and that guy who he fought, that had to be probably the biggest low light in a weekend of lowlights with the fight between Fury and Deontay Wilder, and also Anthony Mundine, and that had to be one huge lowlight, I thought, in boxing, and in the prestige of boxing, that's for sure. So there we go, that's my lowlight for 2018. Plenty of highlights though, but for me, I think that was my low light. What do you reckon, Reno?
Yeah, boxing always takes a hammering, mate. Especially recently, there was a dumb fight. I'm glad I didn't bloody pay for it anyway. Yes. I'm glad it was free on Sky. But yeah, boxing's been marred with it. If you go throughout the whole year, I suppose people would go back and say, well, even Joseph Parker, big builder to the Anthony Joshua, and some would say there was a low. But anyway, there's a lot of low lights made throughout the year, and predominantly for me, it's sports players as well, with some of the issues they get themselves into. Right. Also, male sports players, off the fields or just out of the things, the stupid stuff they do, especially when they represent your country or got a job. There are a lot of young aspiring sportsmen want to do, and they get themselves in the crap, and they do stupid stuff. And I don't know why, especially when God, mate, if I wanted to play for a club or something, I would just be buzzing. But just some of the silly things they do off the field. It's all those antics. There's so many to say, but I don't want to get into them individually. But just all that stuff, mate, just does my head in. And then it gets a lot of media coverage and social media coverage. Social media coverage is the biggest one of them all.
So yes, there's a lot of stuff that's unnecessary, eh? There's a lot of that gets shown in particular on social media. I mean, there's just a lot of rubbish that gets bantered around. You must agree with that too, JT?
Yeah, especially in relation to the Mundine fight. Obviously, I'm living over here, so that gets quite a bit of hype over here when he got knocked out. So there's a meme going around that says my favourite kind of Aboriginal art is Mundine on canvas, which I thought was quite clever. quite a bit cheeky. And also another one was you see a video clip of two guys having a road rage, and a lot of the comments, that lasted longer than the Mundine fight. So, some of the commentators, they've got a bit of a sense of humour, and I quite like reading those just for those comments and stuff like that. But yeah, boxing needs to sort itself out seriously, because we've touched on this several times. It's just becoming a bit of a farce.
Yep.
And with the event and the increased popularity of things like the UFC, boxing got its work cut out for it.
I agree. I completely agree. Also, I agree with your other lowlight. I mean, that had to have been one of the major sporting lowlights for most New Zealanders, I think. Wasn't it, JT, with or Reno with the Silver Ferns in their Commonwealth Games? I mean, that was a huge lowlight, wasn't it?
Yeah, totally, mate. Especially when you're just across the ditch there. And, hey, we can talk all about the lowlights. This year's been a few of those. I've done it. Let's just hope we can get more of the highlights coming through in 2019, mate. Just been one of those years, But, yeah, for me, this whole social media thing has taken a massive front role this year of 2018. Everyone loves to be a keyboard warrior. When they want to throw when all hell hits the fan, mate, they go on their keyboard, put it out there. Been a mess. And wait till next year. That's going to be crazy, with social media these days, the way technology is going. That's been a massive introduction to how people are predicting how sport will go, and if they want to say their 2 cents worth these days, everyone's a bloody coach by the end of the day, mate.
Indeed, they are. So we'll start off with you, Raa. What are you looking forward to in 2019?
Oh, that we all have a better year than 2018, Keithy, that everyone's health continues to be good, and that, we all our dreams and expectations come to fruition. In a sporting context, for me, the big one is always going to be the Rugby World Cup. I mean, can we make it, 2-3 in a row? That'll really sort of secure our dominance as what we've always known. What we will always know is that, we are the best for the union. But I think there are a few other big sporting events in 2019, but I just haven't, paid attention to them. It's just the rugby and all the changes that are happening in that particular code. So, yeah, that for me is the big one. 2019 in Japan. Let's hope we can bring home the proverbial bacon.
Reno, what are you looking forward to in 2019?
Mate, basically just waking up and enjoying life, to be honest with you. I've had a few too many friends sadly pass away this year, mate. Illnesses and everything like that. So just to be part of enjoying life, bro. Getting out there and having fun with the whānau, the moko and that, and doing what I enjoy. Just loving sport and spending whānau time, bro. That's the big thing. Mid-year, May 8th, fly out to the States. Go to Disneyland for my 50th. Obviously, Raa touched on it, Rugby World Cup as well. Hoping for a stellar year by the Warriors. But yeah, just enjoying life, bro, and being around for the family is the big one for me for 2019, because, illnesses these days, or anything can bloody happen these days. The way the world has been seen with all this horrible terrorism and everything like that, and I don't know. We'll see what happens, mate. Just enjoy life.
True enough. JT, what are you looking forward to?
Yeah, definitely endorse what Reno touched on regarding illnesses, and you never know when your number's up. So just to take each day as it comes, boys, and live life to the fullest, because you just never know. And so we've cut our ties with our kids now. We've done everything we can for them. Again, this is 21, as I touched on earlier. So the wife and I have got a big 33-day-long trip planned to Europe next year.
Nice.
And just so happens, boys, this ties into my sporting, what I'm looking to in sports next year. There's 3 World Cups. There's the rugby one, but to me the bigger one is the cricket one, which is so the big final of that is 3 days after we arrive in London, and then the following Monday there's a Netball World Cup up in Liverpool. So Lois, my wife, is a big, huge, massive netball fan.
Right. So
that ties in well with what we're here, and we're going to another mate I used to work with in the mines. Irish fella used to come and stay with us on his week off. He's getting married, and he always said to me over a couple of Guinnesses, you come to my wedding and I'll get married. So we're going to go to his wedding in Ireland and have a look around parts of Eastern Europe too.
Cool.
So looking forward to that, boys. But yeah, definitely most importantly, some good health to all of us and to all our families, to everyone out there. Just live life to the fullest and, carpe diem. Seize the moment.
Excellent, excellent stuff. Well, I don't talk all what you both talk about, but I'm looking forward to, and I've been saying it for at least, over a year now, almost a year and a half, I think. I've been saying it for a year and a half, I would dare say. 2019, Warriors, 2019. Looking forward to the final. There we go, in September. Still going hard for the Warriors.
In JT will be shouting us our tickets, bro.
That's right. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to going to the final. Hey, Reno, looking forward to going to watch the final live in Sydney. So that's what I'm definitely looking forward to in 2019, because I've been shouting about it for the last year and a half. Anyway, that pretty much brings us to the end of the show. Before we do go, I do want to send a shout out going out to my cousin, Zara Painga. She actually lives, I think she lives on the Sunshine Coast, so just up the road from you there, JT. So a big happy birthday to my cousin Zara. But that leads us into, the thing that we always finish up on, I suppose, that pretty much ends our show off. And for 2019, I dare say, and like I said, this is definitely the my favourite part of the show. So, then, gentlemen, gosh, I've got to try and look for our little cue thing. But before we do go, just want to say a big kia ora once again going out to our sponsors, Race Greg Motors, of course, down there on Grey Street. And finally, for the last time, we here on Full-Time 1, 2. Oh, God. Here we go. Put the boot in! Well, I guess I'm putting the boot into myself for not organising the put the boot in sound that usually we have all queued up and lined up, considering that it's my favourite part of the show, and I'm not even fully organised. So there you go. That's my put the boot in.
Yeah, my put the boot in, Keithy, is to us, more so you, because you're the captain of the show, but, for not thanking all our listeners and our followers who've been a part of the show and make us who we are every weekend and every midweek, that we sort of, join them and talk about our sporting interests and just life topics in general. So that's why put the boot in.
And mine, of course, I'll just go to a newspaper article that read the headline, Julia Roberts finds life and her holes get bigger with age. Holes get bigger with age? You think, what? It was an unfortunate typo. It's supposed to be rolls get bigger with age. So whoever the journalists who wrote that one and made the world headlines, unfortunately said Julia Roberts' holes get bigger. Anyway. But that's just what it is. But 2 words really wraps up my whole year of put the boot in. A name, Donald Trump.
Is that your put the boot in?
Okay, so mine goes out to, given the time of year it is, mine goes out to the whole festive season, Christmas and New Year's, because it's going to take us off the air for 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not too happy about that, because I like getting up early at 5 o'clock on a Saturday morning to give a call into you boys to talk kaka and to give my perspective on life's little issues like the greatness of rugby league and all that sort of stuff. So my final put the boot in for 2018 goes to the festive season.
Put the boot in! Well, gentlemen, for 2018... in particular, just want to say a big thanks to all 3 of you. And one thing I do want to say is, Raa Walker, get your butt back to work, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I'll be back with you guys in the new year, Keithy. Really missing all the whānau down there, but and I suppose that's one thing I'll take the time to do now is wish all the whānau at Te Rangi FM a very safe and prosperous, including our full-time boys. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and let's hope 2019 is everything we wish it to be.
Reno, it's always awesome to be able to catch up with you